Thank you, Ryan, for introducing me. Many of you know Klieverik probably, but for the ones who doesn't know us, I give you a short information introduction about the company Klieverik. We all starts in the 60s when we start producing calendars for the company Stork. Nowadays it's SPD print. In the 90s, we became an independent company and producing under the name Klieverik calendars, and we sell it and we manufacture and we do everything in-house. And we sell these machines all over the world. You will find them in more than 50 countries, more than 2,000 installation worldwide. So what we do in Klieverik, we have our design and engineering department who do all the designs of the equipment, and also the marketing and the sales who sell the equipment. We assemble here in the Netherlands. So we're buying our components from companies around our factory, and we assemble the machines. We do the installation at the customer sites. For the GTC machines, we use our local resellers. Some of them are trained to do installations and maintenance to the machines. And we also have our after sales service who service all the machines worldwide. What we do at Klieverik, it's not only die sublimation and fixation. We also have calendars for laminating coating of technical textiles, specials like for thermal bonding of nonwovens, fusing of carpets, and in the composite industry, we also have our equipment. But for the die sublimation and fixation, we are active in 3 branches. One of them is the soft signage. Everybody knows it, all the exhibitions, printing banners and so on with textiles. Most of them run over our calendar. Then also we are active in the sportswear and the personalization, which is at the moment really booming, this personalization business. Also the fashion industry is, you find our industries, our machines, and also in the home textiles. So what are the trends in the market? What do we see? Personalization is one of the big trends at the moment. Everybody wants to have his own branding on his shirt or on his garments. We also see that local manufacturing is key at the moment. The reason for that is more environmental friendly, because no shipping of all the goods over the world, but it's local manufactured in the area and supply it to your customers around you. So online ordering is also a trend. Quick deliveries, that's always key. But if you buy in the Far East when you are living in the West, then it takes several weeks to get your garment if it goes by ship. So what else is what we see is that people want to have more eco-friendly products. They talk about CO2, lower CO2 emission, no child labor, and so on. Online shopping is one of the big game changer at the moment. And for that, you need a solution. Now that can be done with dye sublimation, for example, because dye sublimation is in the fashion is very common because of the vibrant colors you can create for your fashion. Because fashion dye sublimation mostly used in women's wear, but they want to have nice colors on their garments. The easy thing of dye sublimation is that you can digital image direct from your desktop to the printer and then print it on demand and then to the calendar and cut and then you have your garments. Another thing is must be eco-friendly, so therefore we use water-based ink. The other advantage of dye sublimation is that equipment is compact and process offers flexibility. What do you need for dye sublimation? At least the hardware, a good printer, a lot of brands in the market. Then a heat press, RIP software, but also for dye sublimation you need your ink, which is suitable for dye sub, and polyester textile, because it only works with polyester textiles. There are some tricks to print on cotton, but then you always have to laminate a kind of layer of polyester. So, what is the basics of dye sublimation? Well, you need your paper, you print on your paper, and then transfer the inks from the paper to the textile. So the advantage of that is that you don't need pre-coating on your textile. And that's the big difference of direct printing with inks versus sublimation transfer. Now, some innovations. Well, what we now see is on-demand printing. So yeah, you need software, you need ink, you need a printer, a calendar, and you need a cutting table. And if you have this setup, you can start your own micro factory for on-demand printing, because we all know that the traditional way of apparel manufacturing, then you have a lot of you need a lot of stock of garments, but nowadays you can print on demand. Also, the advantage of this micro factory is that you design your garments and print it, print it, cut it, and sew it. So if you have those, that is the new trend that we see, because you have a kind of local manufacturing in any country of the world, instead of having production far away from your web shop. Then you have to fly in, or you have to ship in your garments. And now you can print on demand, and let's say in a few days you have your garment ready and send it to the customer. The other advantage is that the customer buys online and also pay direct for the garment, so there's a lot of less risk of having garments left in your warehouse. So sublimation, the calendar, that's one of the important thing in the whole process, because on the calendar you see what happens after all the steps before. The step before is the printing, the color matching, and so on. And on the calendar you see what you have done. You see the result of what you have done up front. So if the calendar is not the right one, if you not have a good quality calendar, then you can have at the front side you have the best printer, you have the best software, you have the best printing operator. At the calendar, there you see the results. So if you have a calendar who bad performs, then the thing you have done up front will not work. Anyway, so what we say here, the calendar can be an ugly bird, because some say, well, a lot of paper, you use energy. It also creates fumes, but the fumes are not toxic, so that doesn't matter. But on the other hand, the other way of printing direct to textiles, like with reactive or with pigments, you need to wash, you need to steam, or you need even to dry. So that also costs energy. So what makes a good calendar? Well, of course, the heating drum, that's the most important part of the calendar. You have also the belt steering is important. You can imagine when your belt is shifting from left to the right, then you get defects in your print. A robust design, that is what the Klieverik is. And the advantage of that is that we use long-lasting components, so less consumption of spare parts. That's very good. Also, it's easy to operate the Klieverik calendar. It's a very compact design and not that much whistles or bells, so that every operator can make his own setting. Everything can be set in a recipe, and yeah, you can run repeat products.
So seriously, my Klieverik is the best machine I've ever bought. It's the only machine I've ever bought that I've never had any problems with. All my printers, whatever, they're always dying heads, this and that. My Klieverik is bulletproof. I cannot kill it if I try. It's awesome.
What about your belt? When is your belt change?
We're replacing our belt, and it's been 9 years. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Great machine.
So yeah, a good certified customer is the best advertising you can get. So what can you expect from Sublimation? Well, the best colors, and also the textiles feels really like a textile, because the ink is inside the textile, inside the fibers. So it's really a soft fabric. So what to choose? Well, first of all, we say ask your local reseller. He can help you with the right selection. If you want to print roll to roll, if you want to print single pieces, the width is important. The size of the drum. We go up to 180, which runs 10 meters a minute at 30 seconds. But we start with a small drum of 20 millimeters. So and then we also have special options. Everything is possible at Klieverik to create the best calendar custom made. So why buy Klieverik? Yeah, that is one of the most important things to know, because as I said before, a robust design, it's easy operation, excellent temperature control. We have over the full width even temperature, and that makes it such a special calendar, because you want to be sure that you have on the complete width, otherwise you get defects in your print. It's also small footprints, compact design. You don't need that much space, and because of the long-lasting components we use, you will have a minimum consumption of spare parts. And what we all say, first-class service, that's what we offer. And at Klieverik, we really offer that. Then there are a lot of options possible, like low-tension textile winders, textile tension device. You can ask for pneumatic winding shafts, driven substrate expanders, everything for the customer's needs. So follow us at social media, or contact our local dealer. We have them all over the world, in the US, South America, South Africa, Asia, everywhere. Check our website and then contact us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jörg, for that presentation from Klieverik. Really appreciated that presentation. Really on the finishing side of the industry. For further information, please do visit Klieverik in the product demo area. And Jörg, so thank you for joining us live on stage. Thank you.